Good evening, and welcome to Wrasslecast with myself, Peter Metalhead, and my ever lovely co-host,
LVD, Dark Rat Raven. Hello, how is everyone? Probably pretty good. It's a nice sunny day here, but it's quite bright. It's quite cold.
Yes, we're doing this one quite rather early today. It's 5 o'clock in the morning at the minute.
It really isn't, because if it was, I would not be up.
Well, it's any time before 12 o'clock on a Saturday, Raven. So any time before that is basically 5 o'clock in the friggin' morning.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, we usually do film these at 6, so we're doing it in the morning one because we've got stuff on and what of my birthday tomorrow, so yeah. So we should be covering Extreme Rules, which was, what's the date on that quickly? That was the 4th of the 5th 14, followed by Raw, which will be, hang on 2 seconds, which will be the 5th of the 5th 14, and then followed by Smackdown, which will be a review by me only, because there was someone in here that didn't watch it on the 9th of the 5th 14. So, yeah, hang on 2 seconds. So yeah, feeling a little bit better than what I did last week, but still got a very mangy throat. So, right, let's move straight into it, and go into Extreme Rules, and before we go into the matches, let's get a little quick rundown what it was. To be honest, I would have personally given this pay-per-view about a 5 out of 10. It was okay, but it really wasn't, I don't know, I feel like there was only 3 stipulations to any of the matches. It felt like this is the night of the Extreme, more like night of my arse, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, it started out well, and then it was a bit of disappointing. So, sort of, did you feel that as well, or did you go in there and...
It's hard to explain, really.
It is. So
personally, I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but it's only 1 point difference. So
yeah, exactly. So anyway, so let's go on. So we started out with the match I thought we had. We started out with Cesaro, RVD, and Swagger, which was the elimination style, and this was fantastic for an opener. It wasn't too overploy, a little bit too short, I reckon, maybe a little bit just right, I'm not really too sure, but it was a fantastic opener. I thought it had the right amount of time with the right amount of moves, literally there we go. So it starts off with your typical back and forth, triple threat action like it normally is. RVD and Swagger get thrown out the ring a few times. Swagger does some powerful clotheslines to RVD outside, which looked like that hurt. Cesaro goes to the swing a little bit later on, but RVD ends up spinning heel kicks him in the face, break it out. So that was a pretty nifty move. As soon as Swagger gets RVD in the ankle lock, Cesaro breaks out with a springboard uppercut, and for some reason I didn't spell springboard properly because I'm an idiot. Everyone's gone all out at this point. So we could tell straight away that there were some good written spots for this match. It was fantastic. It was elimination, wasn't it? It was elimination, yeah.
Although they neglected to mention that to the commentators because Jack Swagger was the first to be eliminated. Rob Van Dam pinned him, and even the commentators were like, "Wait, what's happened? Did he get him?" And then they were like, then the announcer came up. Oh, it says Jack Swagger has been eliminated. It's like, and then Cole luckily doesn't miss a beat. He goes, "Oh, there we go. He did get him." Great. So it's like. Oh dear, because I think the only mention of it being elimination was made once by Paul Heyman on Smackdown during the commentary.
Exactly.
It was like, you really should have announced that shit, I don't know if it got tweeted or any of that shit, but,
I don't think so. So it goes on, we see Cesaro do the second rope outside the ring suplex, what he does, which looks devastating when he lands that. It really does look devastating. As soon as he lands that, of course, he comes out of nowhere and frog splash Swagger, and boom, that's it. We have Mr. Swaggy, eat the Swaggy, as Big Show would say back in the day, when he was champion, when Swagger was champion. So we got rid of him, so Swagger was gone. So that was a good way to get him gone. So it was left to RVD and Cesaro, which was good. They go back and forth again with each other. RVD getting in the ring, more moves happen. RVD then puts Cesaro, and then this is what we see. RVD gets out a bin, and I was kind of confused. I thought, oh my god, are we actually going to see weapons? I thought, oh my god, he gets out a bin. So he got out a bin, or Cesaro got out a bin. One of them got out a bin, and then one of them kicks into the other one outside the ring. I think it was RVD who got it out. Gets the bin out. The laying on side of the ring. He goes for the frog splash, obviously, with the bin on top of him, but he moves. RVD hits the bin, straight on the face. Cesaro gets him up, and then I think he does his finisher straight onto the bin, which absolutely crushes it, and that gets him the win. So, sorry, I was a bit confused about all that, what happened at the end. But yeah, so the finisher was in that with the trash can. So overall, that was a pretty fantastic opener. I would have probably said it was one of the top matches of the night because it was played out well. It was done really well. A good finish, good way to obviously getting Swagger out first. I think anyone that watches WWE nowadays would know that Swagger was going to go out. Cesaro was obviously going to go over because he's the Heyman guy, and RVD again is just left in the middle. He's like the middle bit in a sandwich. It's like you're not going to quite get to it, but you're going to kind of enjoy it at the same time. It's like he didn't win the title, but he wasn't going to win the match either. So
I like the tortured food metaphor. I often use tortured food metaphors myself quite a lot.
Well, there we go then. So we won the night. So what do you think? Good opener, good match. Like to see it again?
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't repeat it 58 times, then yeah.
No,
definitely won't mind saying that again. I mean, RVD versus Cesaro. That's someone that has potential, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it was good stuff. It was good. I liked the end with the bin, where he got out the bin and then he went for the frog splash. RVD's face hits the bin and then he basically finishes him, neutralised on the bin. It was a good finish and it was good to see a hardcore weapon being implied, whether it was one weapon or not. So yeah, so that was good. That was a good match, a favourite match. Oh yeah, hang on. Before we say anything more, anyone listening, I have my buddies in the background. I couldn't get rid of them this week. You can probably hear them cheeping now. I will try my best to keep them quiet, but hopefully Pete will probably try and edit out the best he can. So if they're going crazy, I am sorry. So so we move on.
Ooh, you've got your birds in your room, have you?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit. Oh, you mean literal birds? Oh shit.
Yeah. I need 2 bodyguards. Yeah.
There we go. My innuendo's out the window then.
Definitely is, and it sank like a really fat person carrying a fucking weight. So
I've never carried a weight in my life. I mean, yeah. Moving hastily along.
We move on to we see another Bo Dallas promo. They keep airing these. There was more shown on Smackdown this week. I don't know when the fuck Bo Dallas is coming in. Please leave below when you think Bo Dallas is going to debate, because I have no idea when this fucker's coming in. Literally, I have no idea. But so the next match we move on to Rusev, and now they've shortened his name. Now it's now not Alexander Rusev anymore. It's just Rusev now, which is a little bit what I knew what they was going to do. I'm not sure if we talked about that last week. So it was Rusev versus Woods and R-Truth. So do you want to talk about this? I mean, this match pretty much spoke for itself, didn't it, really? It was pretty much a squash match between Ruth and Thing. They basically get the higher up. They basically, kind of attack. They both attacked. There was a brutal kick to Truth, which he did to him. He did a belly-to-belly throw to pretty much to Woods outside the ring, which pretty much took him out for most of the match. You see Truth fighting back, he gets him in the ring. He managed to kind of get the momentum. He hits the scissors kick, but of course Rusev kicks out with the power. Comes back, basically Rusev crosses Truth with a submission, and boom. And after the match, he picks Woods up again and full way slams him outside the ring. Now, I was disappointed with this match because I honestly thought at least Woods and Truth were going to get a little bit of momentum going into there and have a little bit of look like Rusev was going to maybe have the lowest edge in this one. Wasn't going to lose, but at least come to a point. But he took Woods out for most of the match anyway, so it was just basically Rusev versus Truth. So I was disappointed with this match. I really was. I mean, Rusev will start losing in the coming months, but I know they have to put him over as some strong, Russian, if is he Russian? I think he's Russian. Was
it Ukrainian, I believe?
Ukrainian, yeah, I think so. There's this beast. Yeah, he is. He's a good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler.
Oh, my apologies. He's fucking Bulgarian. I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, but I mean, Lana shows the Russian president or the UK. I don't know. She shows some sort of president on the screen, but we're just offended.
Vladimir Putin, which I thought was a really bad choice to do because WWE just recently launched this "Don't Hate" campaign. Standing up for discrimination against gay people and whatnot. To get heat, they show a picture of Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
And with the shit that's happening in Russia at the minute, with the fucking persecution of. The horrific persecution of gays that's happening in Russia.
Yeah,
I thought,
exactly.
Horrific, bad choice for a bit of heat, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I was like, what, you showing a man that basically, doesn't feel towards gay rights, the country doesn't, or he doesn't. I was like, and you're saying this man is your idol? Yeah, it was a bit, they haven't done it since, but it was a bit thingy. So we move on. You go through. What was following that? Well, actually, no. Before we go on, what did you think of that Truth and Alec Rusev match? Actually,
I was hoping for a bit longer at least. I mean, I'm just looking at it.
That's what she said.
I've got the time of the match here: 2 minutes 53 seconds. So like not even 3 minutes.
Wow, you write down the times as well.
Yeah. Oh no, I just happen to have the information handy to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, internet. But it's. I mean, I was pretty funny because I was on a live chat feed on Reddit, looking at the match. While the match was going on, and then everyone was just saying, "Oh no, it's Rocky 4 all over again. They just killed Apollo Creed," because he knocks out Xavier Woods right at the beginning, and he pretty much like plays dead the entire match. He's like, "Oh no, they just killed Apollo Creed! Quick, throw in the towel, Lana." Adrian! It was pretty much Drago versus Rocky. Well, R-Truth in this case.
Yeah,
absolutely
good reference.
Hilarious.
It was.
But as you said, there's nothing I can say to the match because you hit the nail on the head with that one. It's short, not too sweet, but
Yeah, it was. I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting at least Truth and Woods to get out, maybe a kit of canes and try and beat down, Rusev to try and get. But so I was disappointed. But I mean, it was a squash match at the end of the day. So what are you gonna? It's like open up. It's like trying to put money into a grabbing machine at Butlins. So no, how many pound coins you put in, you're never gonna win the bloody thing. You know what I mean? So it's the same with this. You don't expect something big because you're gonna get something so small, and that's what she said. Right, so move on. What do we move on to? You can tell about this.
Bad News Barrett versus Big E for the IC title. It was the culmination of the entire I was going to say King of the Ring tournament, and the entire tournament that's been going on for the IC number one contendership for the past few weeks. It was
yes.
I thought it was a bloody good match. Yeah.
It was a bloody it wasn't a good match, it was a bloody good match, just show that we're English a little bit more. It's a bloody good match.
It wasn't amazing, it wasn't good, it was just bloody good.
It was just bloody good. So anyway, but like Jack says, it was a good match. It was a really good worked out match, it really was. It was kind of shortish. I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. Actually, you can tell me how long did that match actually go on for?
Let me just have a look at my notes here. I'm lying. Not my notes. I didn't write it down. It's 7 minutes 55. So about the length of a medium raw kind of match, basically.
So what was it? Do you know, or do you not have it in front of you? Because it felt like quite a short match to me.
I just said that, so 7 minutes 55 seconds.
Oh, 7 minutes. Sorry, you cut out. Okay, 7 minutes. Yeah, so it wasn't. I suppose it only felt like it was 5 minutes to me. But again, that's what she said. But I mean, it was a goodish match. It probably could have gone on longer. But I mean, oh my god, so many references I'm throwing out now. Sexual one. So obviously, we see starting out Barrett's dominating, and then obviously Biggie comes back, and then it goes back and forth, literally start hitting each other with some hard moves. He takes a spear outside the ring, as Barrett does. They get back into the ring. Barrett dominates Big E even more, hits him with the wasteland, hits him again with winds of change. He's like really these two working really well with each other, really trying to sell a good match, and then maybe trying to bring some credibility back to this fucking Intercontinental title. Big E goes to the big ending. Of course, Barrett counters off the ropes, goes for the does he do the flying is it the flying ball hammer? Does he he does, he runs off the ropes and then he hits some flying ball hammer out of nowhere, and of course Wade Barrett then wins the Intercontinental title. Now I'm going to say this, was it obvious that Wade Barrett was going to win the title at Extreme Rules? Well, I'm going to say yes and no, because they wouldn't put Wade Barrett win in a tournament if they wasn't going to give him an outcome. So that's for sure. So it was kind of obvious. But two, I don't know. Big E, good wrestler, good-ish champion, I suppose. And if anyone remember last time, Wade Barrett's IC title run wasn't exactly what you would call good, was it? You remember that, Michelle? Barrett's IC title run last time? It was good. It was terrible. They juggled it. No, they juggled it with the Miz pretty much for a while. He was like Dean Ambrose. He hardly defended it. So that was my opinion, So he comes back, he ducks it, hits the flying ball hammer, and we crown a new champion. I'm happy about this, it's good to see we now have two pretty much English champions of a Diva and Intercontinental title. So I'm happy. I like Wade Barrett. I'm a fan. He's going to be a good champion. Hopefully we'll take it far. So yeah, that's what I've got to say. You got anything more to add to that? It was a good match.
Oh yeah, it was a good match. You're saying hopefully Barrett will get a decent run because Big E didn't. I mean, I can't even remember the last time he defended that thing on pay-per-view. I mean, because they didn't do it for WrestleMania. I can't remember. I think because they were both. I think not Bad News Barrett, but he was involved in that 30-man battle royale.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I was just like, come on, it's WrestleMania 30. You're not even going to have the IC title on the line.
Oh, well, then, the US title was on the line either, so you know.
Well, yeah, who gives a fuck about the US title though?
Yeah, let's be honest. No one.
It's the new European belt, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I'm not going to have this European belt conversation again. It's gone over twice now. Yeah, but it's the European belt. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it was good. It was a good end. I like the end with the flying ball hammer, and I'm not pissed off that Big E lost. Big E was a good champion. It was one of his first major belts. So well done, Big E, and hopefully maybe he'll get it back. Sooner rather than later, but maybe not. But we'll know. We move on to Adam Rose. Promos. Oh, I need to talk about Adam Rose on Raw. Oh my god, it was just it was good and bad. It was good to see, but the crowd were just so dead, like, during Adam Rose. It was just, anyway, we'll get to that. So Adam Rose promo says that he's going to, obviously, next up, Monday Night Raw, and so so obviously you've seen that. So we get the fourth match, which was probably the match everyone was looking forward to, and I know Michelle was looking forward to this, and so was I. We get the Shield versus Evolution. I thought for a fourth match they're kind of putting it. I thought this was going to be on before the cage match because the cage match was such really disappointment in my eyes. So yeah, we see the Shield versus Evolution, and now this was awesome. This was everything I wanted it to be. There was no weapons involved. I was a bit sad about that. I thought there might have been some weapons involved, but yeah. So this was fantastic. This was nearly as good as the Shield. It didn't beat the Shield versus the Wyatt Elimination Chamber. That was awesome. And I think you was watching wrestling by then because that was an amazing match. It's a shame we didn't cover that. Well, actually we covered WrestleMania, but we didn't cover Extreme. You saw that match, didn't you? Elimination Chamber, Shield versus Wyatt. Yeah. Cool.
I saw it under a haze of extreme drunkenness, but yeah, I did see it.
Yeah. Even better, man. You probably enjoyed it even more. I mean, the match was great, let alone being intoxicated, So, anyway, so it was nearly as good as that match. I think people would agree with me it was nearly, but it wasn't good, but it still held up. So the match starts out, it was out of control, obviously. It was everyone fighting, everyone just attacking, ref thinking, come on, get everyone back in the ring. So we start the match off, some good solid work between both of them. Seth Rollins again, he's just such an amazing wrestler, Seth Rollins is. We're passing back and forth stuff. Every time Batista gets in, they all boo him. The audience are going boo, and they just don't like Batista at all.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point now. I actually kind of slightly feel bad for Batista. I mean, when he came back at the beginning of this year, that was a big controversy and shit with the whole Daniel Bryan stuff going on. But now it's carrying out. It's like that guy's not getting over anytime the next 2 years.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, that's probably why it stuck in me. I mean, there's this thing, is he leaving now? Apparently he's supposed to be leaving after Extreme Rules. I don't know, dirt sheet alert,
well, Oh, yeah, he was. Another dirt sheet alert. Apparently he's staying on till Payback at least, and then he's buggering off.
Oh, really? I doubt it.
That's what I've heard, but...
no, that's what you've read. Oh, yeah, the Smackdown aired the first Payback trailer, actually, and all it is... In fact, I'll talk about it then, but it's bollocks. It's shit, pretty much. I should probably not swear so much, but yeah. So the match is pretty.
You can swear all you like. It's the internet.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, just if we have like
just because WWE's PG doesn't mean we have to be.
No,
you massive cunt.
I know. I'm just saying, if we got some younger listeners, man, they probably don't want to hear profanities. We want to attract fans of this from all ages, not just people that are over 16. So yeah, you massive cunt too. But so the match is pretty back and forth. It's pretty just a normal average 6-man tag match until then. Like the Shield getting control, Batista getting Evolution getting control. So towards the end is when it really starts to pick up a little bit. Basically Roman Reigns comes in, he starts dominating, he starts kicking everyone's ass, Superman punching everyone, picking everyone up, slamming everyone, the Shield triple powerbomb Batista, but Orton and Shield go triple powerbomb Batista because they're in their streak, but Triple H and Orton break it up. Yeah. Triple H hits the finish on Roman Reigns, but of course Roman Reigns kicked out, but I think he was pretty much weak before, he didn't get the cover straight away, so he kicks out of a pedigree, and that's good for Roman Reigns because not many people get to kick out that move, Orton hits an RKO on Roman, but Dean breaks it up. Oh my god, it was just too much. I couldn't even write all of this down, Evolution go into dominating mode. They take Dean and Seth and they throw them into the crowd and over the barrier. So they're fighting amongst the crowd now. Dean runs over both commentating tables and manages to jump on them. So that was pretty awesome. Crowd at this point are chanting, "This is awesome," which I knew they would at some point. I think they chanted that. At least that's what I thought I heard. So it leaves Triple H, Orton, Dean and Seth are going through backstage. They're fighting through the arena. They pretty much kind of throw Dean down the stairs a little bit. He kind of does that really weird thing, when Dean's kind of like beating up. He does those faces and shit. He does that down the stairs. Yeah, but Seth comes out of nowhere, literally just jumps on them from the second tier. So they're basically all out. Oh, it was just awesome. So that leaves obviously Roman Batista left in the ring. Batista goes for the Batista bomb. Roman counters that, hits the spear, and then hits Superman punch, hits the spear. Boom, the Shield win. Now. Sorry, that was so much talking because there's so much to talk about that. Now the match was just brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Anyone's resting eyes, that was brilliant. It wasn't too brilliant. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10 because if it had a bit of weapons and a bit of the start wasn't too a little bit boring, so now this was interesting because no one honestly thought the Shield was going to win. I honestly thought Evolution were going to be booked strong. We couldn't even really predict, could we, that the Shield or Evolution were going to win. So I think it was the right team to win. I think Shield did the right job to win. I think that was good. I didn't think Evolution needed the win. I think the Shield needed the win better, and it just puts over the storyline even better. So let's get your thoughts. Share us your opinions on that match.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have much of opinion that differs from yours because it was it was a great match. And the spots were amazing. Because it's been a while since we've seen a full-on fight into the audience and shit. And the Seth Rollins thing, I was just Jeff Hardy, eat your fucking heart out. It's eat your flipping heart out. There we go. I remembered.
You can say
no swearing. But yeah,
you said it though.
Absolutely, brilliant. Pardon me. Brilliant spot. Dean Ambrose. Again, that guy, Dean Ambrose, is an amazing seller.
Really is.
He's on par with The Rock. Just absolutely hilariously good selling. Yeah.
He really is, exactly. He sells really well. So do you like the Shield one? Do you think that was the right move, the Shield winning, or do you think maybe Evolution should have won?
Definitely. I thought Evolution would have won because Dirt Sheet Alert, we assumed that Batista was going to leave right after Extreme Rules, so I figure
exactly.
Book him a win or something. So if he stays on Payback, I'm guessing they're going to have another match up then. I don't know if it'll be a straight 3-on-3 kind of thing, or if they'll have single matches. Who knows?
I'm assuming Payback will probably just be another 6-man tag. It might have a stipulation in it, but I'm assuming it will be another 6-man tag. It'll be cool. It'll be good to see.
The interesting way to go would be have a tag team match with Rollins and Ambrose and Orton and Batista, and then then a single match between Reigns and Triple H, because they're obviously going to eventually give Reigns a giant fucking push, and if he. Well, I'm not sure if he'll win against Triple H, but having a single match with Triple H that'll skyrocket him up there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, we could see. As much as we like to see, we just had a triple threat match anyway. So why let's get a normal tag going and maybe a singles match going? Why not? We don't need to overdo the greatness of it, do we? We don't need to overbook everything here. So what I mean. So you're right.
Well, yeah, because they have that amazing 6-man tag match. If they just try and copy that again for the next page.
Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna out
copy everything they did. Yeah.
Exactly. It's weird because I was watching the Undertaker, the Triple H fight, Thy Kingdom, or whatever the fuck. What's Triple H's new DVD called? Thy My Kingdom or something? I don't know. So I was watching Triple H's new DVD the other day. I was quickly talking about it. Yeah, it's a good DVD. I watched it on YouTube. It's a good DVD. I do have it on Blu-ray. It was a good DVD. It was good, but the one point he was saying was that when it was at WrestleMania 25, and they had the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels match, and they it was so brilliant, and then they were backstage thinking, shit, we have to try and top this, but they knew that they couldn't, and they were like, at the same time, like, great match, but fuck you, and obviously, the crowd were kind of dead during Triple H and all in WrestleMania 25, but I mean, it was to be expected, so it's kind of the same kind of applies here, so it's just. Well, not really, but yeah, I understand we should probably move it forward, maybe to a thingy. Right, move on, 5th match, you can talk about this one, because I did not really like this one.
Yeah, this was such a big letdown for me. If anyone's ever listened to any of our podcasts, they know I just basically, I'm trying to think of a PG way of saying this, I gargled down Bray Wyatt's penis.
That's not really a PG way.
Well, there's no swearing involved, but basically, I absolutely love Bray Wyatt. Absolutely amazing character. Every promo really he does, I basically just fall in love with. This match was built up so brilliantly with the whole stuff on, past week's Raw with all the children in the mask singing. He's got the whole world in his hands. Absolutely amazing build-up. Match itself, it was just really bad. Yeah, it was just boring. Ring work was just meh. I don't know what it was. It was a case of just like they were just having an off night, or it was a case of just Cena's not going to put Wyatt over looking good. If he's going to win, he's going to make the match look shit. On purpose.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it was a disappointment. I mean, the ending was good. I like the ending. I thought the ending was quite good, realistically. Like, I mean, obviously, it was obviously a voice box, and the kid just obviously, was singing it. There's no way the kid could do that voice. And then it was obvious.
It was fantastic at first, and then it would have been fine because it was really pushing the limits of just like, this is going a bit too far. I don't mean in terms of like, it's too much, that's a bit too much for a PG era. I just mean, you can do something too much and it just becomes crap because they followed it up.
Yeah.
They take little Johnny, as they call him, backstage, and then they do a backstage segment with little Johnny, and it's like, oh no, you should have just not, just walked out the arena with the kid, and
that sounds wrong.
Would have been just, but it would have been just okay as it was, the ending. I mean,
it would have been. Yeah, they kind of, I say they writ that a little bit too wrong. I guess. I mean, like, I don't know who was right in that match, but I mean, I just felt it.
Like I said, with the backstage segments, that's when it just killed it because you could hear the kid talking normally, and they try and put the voice changer over him again, and it was like you could hear the audience laughing at it. I kid you not, I was watching it on the network, and you could just hear the fucking audience just like ha ha ha. It's like, oh no, they really screwed the pooch on that one.
I mean, I like the basic idea of an ending that they tried to do. They tried to obviously, they tried it. You got to give them credit for trying. I mean, it wasn't like. Wasn't too bad, I'll give him an A for trying, but yeah, I mean, it was, I like the concept of the idea, but when the idea, it was one of those things, isn't it, where you write an idea down on paper, and you think, okay, this looks good, and when you go and it comes through on the day, you think, wow, okay, now, it's one of those things that, it looks good written down, but when you have it out in front of you, it's probably not the best thing to see or do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you probably get that when you're doing Pete the Metalhead, you probably write stuff down, you film it, and then maybe you're not happy with it, and stuff like that. So it was probably one of those things. The match was incredibly a letdown. The cage wasn't even used even that much during the match. Bray Wyatt ends up throwing him off the cage like fucking 3 times. Bray Wyatt spends most of the match dominating the match anyway, dancing with Cena again. The cage was hardly used. I think Bray got thrown into it once and Cena got thrown into it like 5 times.
Cena keeps trying to escape and it's just like, oh.
Henchmen, they just stopped Cena from getting, which I knew would happen, and we did say that in the prediction video that would happen, and of course it did. So Luke and Eric stop it. It wasn't too bad towards the end. It works off that Eric and Luke end up getting into the ring as well, so that wasn't too bad. Cena hits Bray Wyatt with the AA off the second rope, which I thought was quite cool. So obviously Luke then breaks up the pin. Cena goes out the door, but Eric stops Cena leave him. They lay him out on the so Cena takes out Eric Roman on the cage. Cena takes out Luke Harper as well. So all that's left is just take out Bray Wyatt. It goes to walk out the cage, so the lights go out, and then basically they have Little Johnny, which is obviously a rip off the Little Jimmy. I think they just can't be asked to name names, so they just take just little names, niche.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I must admit though, like you say, we've gone on about the end of the match. Yeah, because it was just like, oh, there we go, everyone's laid out, fucking Eric Rowan's just, hanging off the top of the cage looking stupid as fuck, and it was just like, oh, there we go, Super Cena wins, lol. And then he goes out the door, I'm like, oh, fuck no. Oh. And then the spot comes up, and then I fucking literally shivered, because I creeped the living fuck out of me, when it just goes to black, and then that voice starts. I was just like, what the fuck is this? What?
I mean, yeah, I think that was the idea, really.
Yeah.
So the Wyatts are taken out. Roman's on the cage. I think Luke, I don't know what happens to Luke Harper. I think Cena, gives him an AA or something. He takes him out. So all the Wyatts taken out. Bray Wyatt's taken out from the second rope AA. So all the Wyatts are down, So all it does is Super Cena, all he has to do is walk out the door. So it goes to dark. The lights come out, and we see the kid with a demon voice going, he's got the whole world in his hands. So Cena's all like, what the fuck, man? He turns around, takes his sister Abigail, and then Bray Wyatt obviously steps out, and obviously, I was going to say he started pleasuring the kid. That was really wrong. I was he was pleased with the kid. Pleased with the kid was the word I was going to say. He was pleased with the kid. And, he smiles at him, and they walk up the ramp. They walked up the ramp. Sorry, I was looking for the word please. Sorry about that. And then the match ends. So the match was kind of disappointing due to this hadn't really... The cage came into effect, obviously, at some point. I get the idea, but, I mean, if you're going to make it a cage match, at least fucking use it a little bit more often, It's just
And take away the fucking pin and submission rule, because what's the fucking point, really?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a cage match, but you can still fucking pin and submission. So it needs to crack on a little bit for time. So we're just going on a little bit for time. So no, it's all good. So we move on to Paige vs Tamina. We're not going to talk much about this because we've still got 2 other shows to cover. This was okay.
Yeah.
This was pretty okay. This match. Yeah, it was kind of a short match, but again, it ended with Paige winning by submission. So I'm not going to talk more about that. So we cut after that. It was cut to a promo of basically, like you said earlier. Well, you don't need to say it. That they cut a promo earlier, and the kid was wearing a sheet mask during the ring. So we don't need to say that because you mentioned that earlier. So we move on now to the main event. I thought it was weird how they left the Divas match, the second to last match, when they could have easily made that the Evolution match.
Yeah, they seem to keep doing that for some reason. I assume because they're just trying to make the women's division look important. And to be fair, the matches they've been putting on the last month, it's actually a better idea to do that, because they've actually been putting on fucking actual women wrestling matches, not just, as I've said a million times before, models who look a couple of headlocks and some shit. But as you said, not much more to say on that, really. But
So, alright, so we're at the main event of D. Bryan versus Kane. You can talk a little bit about this, and I will go into detail about this match. So,
to be honest,
what did you think of this?
I thought it was okay. Not fantastic, definitely not shit. It was just okay. But I was literally just cause watching it with friends, and I just turned to him I was just so fucking upset with that Bray Wyatt match. I was just I turned to him and said, I really don't give a fuck about this match at the minute. But luckily, about 5-10 minutes into it, because it was a fairly decent match. It kind of it got me into it. So, pardon me. So I mean, that speaks to the quality of it, because it was a poorly booked thing. That's not because of writing, because there was a set of weird and unfortunate circumstances for Daniel Bryan. He wins the title, then he has his wedding, and he's off for a week. Then, unfortunately, his father passes away, so they kind of gave him off for another week, so there's not much they can do. They literally had about, a week or two to build up.
That was just unfortunate, and I feel sorry for Bryan, because he can't really take time off, can he, really? He has to keep going, and he hasn't really got really travelling, he's only got a couple of days to himself to mourn, over his dad and stuff, and it's just but that's business, you know what I mean? You can't stop business, you know what I mean? So, what I did like... Yeah. No, go on,
I was saying, but that aside, poor build-up, but it was an okay match. That was the ironic thing. Bray Wyatt, it was amazing build-up to the match, shit match.
Yeah, exactly.
Match, not much build-up, or kind of a bad build-up to a fairly decent-ish match,
No, I thought the build-up for Kane, I don't know, I like the whole, they're going down the demonic Kane route again now, I thought the build-up wasn't too bad. What I did like was the flaming table. I thought that was, and no word of a lie, I said this even before the match started to Michelle. I said, the only way to get this match over is if they have to light a table on fire to send Kane back to hell. And they actually did it. And it was funny because as soon as he lights the table, he gets on the ring and then 2 seconds later, he jumps straight back into it. So it was quite...
The funny bit for me was the guy with the fire extinguisher. He puts Kane out and then like you can kind of see Kane. Yeah, it's like Kane's like, okay, I'm out now. He just keeps spraying.
He sprayed way too much. It just kills the concept. So what's the point? You just everyone's in. Oh my god, flaming table, and now the guy's going crazy with a fire extinguisher. You know, so what the fuck?
Kane had to get back into a ring just to escape the fire extinguisher. I think that was the real opponent for Kane in that match, the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel to a degree that it felt a little bit rushed towards the end. I mean, it ironically ended 15 minutes before. Before the end, so I felt the table. It could have taken its time. I know that was obviously the way that they had to end it, but I do feel that it felt a little bit rushed, and they probably could have done a little bit more to it. I don't know, man. I mean, I felt like all he did is lit the table. He jumped in the table. He got on the ring and took the knee. He could have I know they did the whole ending of Daniel Bryan had to send Kane back to hell to beat him, and I like they did a flaming table. I like the idea that we're in a PG TV and they still did a flaming table. Regardless of it didn't. I mean, it was on fire, but the middle bit didn't even look that much on fire anyway. I mean, it was like the sides are up, but the middle bit wasn't. So Kane still jumped through it. So there was really no need for the fire extinguisher because I doubt Kane burnt himself at all really when he went through that. You know what I mean? So, and if he did, then fuck it. That's part of the business. You get paid, but I like the fact there was even a flaming table. I got excited, I marked out, it was good. PG era, and we're still seeing flaming tables, as far as they even allowed that. So that was what I was happy with. The match itself was only okay. It wasn't great, it felt a little bit sloppy in times, it felt like the weapon. So this was exactly like I said it was going to be. Let me breathe. Okay, this was exactly what I said it was going to be, and it was just non-stop weapons attacking. Let's go through some of the things that happened. So he gets the Kane out. Kane obviously starts dominating Daniel Bryan as Kane comes out, slamming him into the turnbuckle. The match, Kane went to use chair shots. He did a side slam to Bryan on the chair. Daniel Bryan kicked out. Bryan comes back with more Kane shots to Kane. They do some moves to keep Kane down. Kane doesn't stay down. Daniel Bryan did apparently, I've written here, Bryan does a move, but it ends up botching. Was done. I don't remember. I think he went to catch him for a choke slam and he dropped him and choke slammed him. So Kane goes for a tombstone on Bryan again on the stairs, but he counters. They both go obviously backstage. Kane starts dominating him, throwing him for everything. Kane finds this wrench. Daniel Bryan finds a wrench and knocks him out with the wrench, and then Bryan discovers that he can't obviously get Kane back in the ring. He has to drag him. So what does he do? He gets a forklift. He actually puts him on a forklift, drives him to the ring, and basically jumps off with a flying headbutt. Kane kicks out of it. Later on, Daniel Bryan goes for a suicide dive. Kane catches him and slams him straight through the commentating table. That's when it started to pick up. It was to the end. We started to see some good stuff. At the end of the match, Kane pulls out a table. And I'm thinking, right, and as soon as he pulls out that fluid, I was like, yes, we're going to see fire. It wasn't the best flaming table ever, but yes. So he lights the table on fire, gets back in the ring, Daniel Bryan kicks him off, Kane falls straight through the flaming table, fire extinguisher guy goes crazy, like, oh my god, quick, as if he's actually on fire, but even though, he just kept, oh fuck it, let's use the whole fire extinguisher, let's not waste, let's not waste water, or waste foam, let's just go fucking crazy, and so he gets back in the ring, Bryan hits the knee and then wins the match. And then basically at the end of it, Kane sits up when Brie and Kane are walking on the ramp and the fire goes off. So as if to say, we're not done yet. So it was a good end. I did like the flaming table idea. I did like it wasn't too bad. I've only seen it once. I feel if I watch it again, I might get a little bit more interest or like for it, so, but yeah, the whole pay-per-view, solid pay-per-view, very solid work, solid working, 6 out of 10 for that, Extreme Rules 2014. What would you give it?
Same score, about 6 out of 10.
I think
because of the colossal fuck up of the White match, it kind of brings down, it kind of has an impact on the whole rest of not the rest of the pay-per-view that's left, I just mean the score of it, because other than that, the rest of that matches were fine and dandy and whatnot.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? They're absolutely just fine matches.
Yeah, I mean, they were.
Some were pretty good, but definitely no particularly bad match on the card, apart from the whole insane built-up Wyatt stuff, and then... Oh, yeah. I've just remembered. I don't think you've seen this, because me and a friend watched it on the network. We saw the WLC match.
Ah, yeah, we had the WLC match.
I don't know if you caught that like the day after or something on the interwebs.
No, I didn't know, because they didn't. I went to watch it on YouTube, but I think it was network only. I didn't know this, but yeah, I heard it wasn't too bad actually. It wasn't too bad. They had like table spots and like, yeah, it was actually all right, you know. So did you watch the match itself?
Yeah. Pardon me. They really went full on with the whole little person comedy aspect. They had like a little announcer's table set up with
a little ref.
Little people, commentators, Micro Cole, Jerry the King Smaller, and JB Elf. To be honest, they were actually really good commentators. I actually like their commentary better than fucking JBL and Lawler.
Yeah.
They'd be pretty good. Cause they kept trying to take the piss out of them, and they just turned around and said, just owned them right back. Which I thought was pretty good. The match itself, Swoggle versus Torito, Burley. They wrestle themselves for tiny bits, and they bring out a tiny little ladder and a tiny little table, and it's all. But
it's funny, man.
Yeah, fuck it. It was funny. I kind of felt bad. They're really just taking a piss out of them like heavily, but fuck it. It was kind of funny.
Maybe, maybe.
But yeah. Oh yeah, and the midget ring announcer as well, and a midget referee.
A midget referee,
like I say, they really went full out with the stuff. But yeah. But as I'm saying, on Swoggle El Torito, there was a few bits by them, and mostly it was just fucking the tag teams coming in and like interfering and shit.
Yeah, it looked okay from what I could. It looked okay for what I could.
I'm gonna say though, El Torito, he's a bloody good worker.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, he's probably come from like really good background, like, and that's probably why they've got him. It was only a matter of time where it's probably one of those demeaning things where we're going to stick you in a ball suit, like what? But you're actually going to wrestle against Hornswoggle, like, so, So that match wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, realistically, did we? So, yeah. So anyway, we need to move on
onto the Raw the following night.
Yeah,
so that would be the 5th of May, I believe.
5th of May, 5th of May. Just to let everyone know now, before leave comments below what you thought of Extreme Rules 2014. I have a feeling most of you are going. I'm not going to say leave a like if you liked Extreme Rules, because I guarantee you will get no likes, because I doubt a lot of people liked it. So we gave it a 6 out of 10, and we want to hear we're not going to hear your opinion. We want to see your opinion. What did you think of Extreme Rules? Right, so we're going to move on. We're probably also going to skim a little bit of Rush Smackdown this week, by the way, because obviously since Pete didn't see it, then obviously I'm just going to basically quickly run it. So.
I apologise for that, because
I know it's alright. I mean, sometimes
I usually watch Smackdown on the Saturday morning before we do the cast.
Yeah, no, exactly. And obviously we're filming in the morning because obviously we've got something to do tomorrow. Today. So we move on to Raw. Another not a bad Raw.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Sorry, studio. Sorry, I'm really hot in this room. I'm going to take my hoodie off in a minute.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. So it starts off, we see this posted on Triple H's Instagram, whatever, that there'll be a 20-man battle royal for the US title, for Dean Ambrose's US title, and I'm not going to really cover most of this. All I can really say is that Sheamus won. Sheamus won the US title, eliminating Dean. There's no point in covering the battle royal, because it was just your typical battle royal, realistically.
Really, I actually thought it was really fucking good. There was like a bunch of really good spots. They actually, Big Show turned up for like first time in God knows how long. And he did some really great spots with him, and he did a fucking choke slam to Mark Henry, and I mean a proper one, not just like, because Mark Henry's a big guy, so every choke slam just kind of knock him down a bit. No, he did picked him up and just fucking slammed him down. I was like, my God, that was. I
mean, it was a good battle royal. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I actually preferred this battle royal to not that the 30-man battle royal at WrestleMania was bad, but I actually thought this one was slightly better.
Yeah, well, the one at WrestleMania was alright. It was still actually one at WrestleMania was quite good. Actually, the ending was quite good. Yeah, I mean, it was your typical battle royal, so there's no point in but yeah, you're right.
Not
You
much
hit
more
it
to say
now.
than just had good spots here and there, and that's all I can say.
Yeah, exactly. So it wins through. So Sheamus ends up winning it. So Sheamus, the United States champion. On the point, I think that's good because obviously it's about time Dean Ambrose dropped the title. Whether dropping it to Sheamus was a good thing or not, I don't know. Maybe at least it's giving Sheamus something to do. I do think he's worthy more of the world titles, but obviously now since it's only one, obviously they're going to keep him out of the picture. So yeah, it's alright. So after he lost, and obviously Dean Ambrose is like furiously frustrated, which comes out and says, "You got lucky last night at Extreme Rules, but your luck has just ran out. Tonight you'll be facing the Wyatt family tonight." So we get the Shield versus the Wyatts again. I'll probably say I'm not going to say the worst match that they've had, but this one definitely, they've had probably about 3 matches, and this one will probably be the lowest match, I would probably say, so, in my opinion. So yeah, move on to Adam Rose promo, said that he's here tonight, and my god, was he here tonight, considering the crowd just fucking, we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so we do a second match on, Paul Heyman again on commentary. I don't know what it is with Paul Heyman, he just keeps mentioning this thing about streak and Brock Lesnar. I don't really understand it, to be honest, but, I don't know, I'm sure it'll make, he keeps going on about his client broke the streak or something, something like that, I don't even know. Yes, I'm being sarcastic for all the dumb people that are watching this podcast. Yes, I know, he says it way too much, so we move on to RVD versus Cesaro. And what do you think of this? I thought it was okay, this match.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was a really good match. It was just like, you got 2 excellent workers, RVD and, RVD... No, I was going to say RVD's really bad these days. He's not. He's just doing the same stuff he was doing 10 years ago, which is fair enough.
Yeah, he's getting there. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't think he's terrible, so I think he's good.
It was just, I think it was a good back and forth between the two of them.
Exactly.
Because obviously, RVD's high-flying style against Cesaro, extreme physicality. I thought one of the best parts of the match was, what would you call it? He gets him in a side lock, and then, picks him up, gives him a slam, and then without letting go of him, gets back up and does the same slam to him, just deadlifts him, just like...
Oh, you mean, the kind of, when he hangs him by the stomach and kind of, the kind of like the, I can't remember what
I want to say sidewalk slam, but I know that's not a
sidewalk
slam.
No, it's not a sidewalk slam,
It's just a side in the title,
Forgotten it,
I know what you mean.
Well, while he's Googling that, and I can hear you typing as well, so you are Googling it. Okay, so, it wasn't a bad match. It was a little boring, if I'm honest. I thought it was, could have been a lot, literally, niche. Okay, cool. I had some good solid work in, as obviously you stated already, and of course back and forth with RVD dominating most of it. Cesaro comes back again, then it goes back for RVD. Cesaro basically ends that with RVD's coming out, get momentum in, Cesaro ends that with a brutal, how Cesaro does his uppercuts is just so awesome. I mean, how he sells that uppercut is just so good. So he ends with Cesaro, with the uppercut, hang on 2 seconds. Right, there we go. RVD gets his foot stuck in the turnbuckle, I mean, realistically, not realistically, obviously storyline he does, and then, so he's in a tree of woe, but Cesaro just keeps punching him, so the ref ends up DQing him, because Cesaro keeps, basically, so shit kind of end, realistically, but I suppose it's putting over more, Cesaro is more of this dominant, I think maybe he's trying to become a heel, because everyone still likes him, so, yeah. Did you find out the name of that move?
No, I'll look it up longer now because I'm obviously still in the middle of the podcast here, so I don't want to take 5 minutes out to go search.
No.
It's all good. I'll find out eventually.
So obviously RVD wins by DQ, but I think Cesaro's trying to get heat on him, so he just beats RVD down in the turnbuckle. No Swagger coming out this time.
Thank God.
We move on to the Wyatt family. They're in the ring. Bray Wyatt is cutting a promo. Pete's already jizzing probably at this point, as soon as he, heard them.
It was a bloody good promo again. Luckily, I was kind of cacking myself because I thought, please don't bring out Little Johnny because any momentum Little Johnny had died with that extra thing from Extreme Rules, where the audience is laughing at it. So it's just like, luckily they didn't do that. They just had Wyatt come out, do fucking fantastic promo as per usual.
Yeah. Goes on that. Yeah. Can't really. They did another fantastic promo on Smackdown about fire and how it burns and stuff like that, so that's good. So they come out about telling, Cut spraying about how Cena telling everyone that Bray's message is wrong. Thank you very much, Mish. So I just got some more and Cena can't save the kids, and that Bray Wyatt can. and his message is more powerful than he thinks, and people should listen to him. And he just starts basically singing, and he just basically starts singing, and then the promo ends. It just really is such great work, that is. I mean, hang on 2 seconds, just get some water. There we go. Yeah, I mean, obviously Bray writes everything himself. I don't know what he has to be in the right mindset to do this. I don't know what he does, but he just gets in that mindset and he just goes, and it's awesome. So, move on. What do we move on to? We move on to...
It was Cody Rhodes versus Ryback.
And I actually put Cod Rhodes and not Cody Rhodes, so... Cod Rhodes, so I'm just going to call him Cod Rhodes from now on. So we move on to Cod Rhodes and Ryback. Now this match was shown on the Raw recap on Smackdown. This match was okay, actually, not bad. I'm actually seeing quite good work out of Cod Rhodes and Ryback, actually, because it's been a while since Ryback actually had a decent, solid match without losing or just dominating without looking like he's botching. So this was quite good. So Ryback basically dominated Cod Rhodes for basically most of the match. Cody picked it up towards the end. Was looking to get the win with a disaster kick. I think he ended up hitting it. Cody went up to the top rope. Axel went to stop him, but hit Goldust into Axel. So obviously it looked like Goldust had basically lost Cody. Cody lost his footing, which basically led to the shell shocks, and basically, Ryback got the win. That's all that really happened in the match, other than just solid match and solid work in between both of them. I mean, it was quite a short match, but it wasn't too bad. I like the ending again, pushing more towards the Road Brothers breakup. Why have this glass of water? You can, what did you think about that?
Well, I didn't think much of the match, but not that I didn't dislike it. It was just, as you said, some basic good work, and just carrying on this whole Road to Brothers breakup thing. We'll see how it's going to go eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, let me think. I just thought, because we were talking about tag teams here and whatnot. Bros Brothers and Ryback. I just realised, was there a tag team title match on Extreme Rules? I don't think there was there?
No, I don't know. I think they had that on Raw the week before.
And if I'm not mistaken, no mention of the Usos on tonight's Raw either. Well, not tonight's Raw. The Raw we're currently reviewing, I mean.
Yeah, they was on Smackdown. They teamed with John Cena, so yeah.
Anyway, enough of my bizarre speculation over. So the next part was Los Matadors come out and do a Cinco de Mayo. No. We go back to see we go back to see D. Bryan and Brie Bella are in the changing room. And Stephanie comes in and goes in about a heavy hand, which I thought was just some weird sexual reference, but so Brie and that, and Stephanie's like, that they should stay in here tonight because they don't know about Kane. So I would have thought you would have liked this. The lights go out and it just shows Kane's mask on the lights, pretty much. So it was kind of freaky. They leave the room and they bump into Steph, and D. Bryan says, you know what's going on, don't bullshit me. Obviously doesn't say bullshit. She claims that she doesn't know what's going on, that she can't control the demon Kane, which basically sounds like she's been fucking him behind the tree. She's backed him on it. And she can't control him. And basically she tells him to go get in their car and get out of the arena. So, yeah. And then it goes to Los Matadors, Cinco de Mayo, and... that's alright, no, I don't sometimes forget a thing. So they got Cinco de Mayo, they're handing out cake, sweets and shit, whatever, I'm just gonna skim this. 3B come out, they try and make peace, Hornswoggle takes a piece, shoves it right back in Ultrito's face, 3B attack them, but they get their asses handed to them. Yeah, that's it, done. Right, next one. So there's no point talking about that because I think it's just shit, realistically, this whole thing, I know it gives Los Matadors something to do, but they're talented wrestlers and they shouldn't really be feuding with people like 3MB. 3B itself is bad because I feel so sorry for Drew McIntyre in there, but there we go. So move on to Rusev. This is the thing where we see actually his name was just Rusev this time, not Alexander Rusev, and instead of the weird words when he comes out now, now actually says Rusev, so again they changed him. So we see Rusev versus Kofi Kingston. Now this match was quite good.
Now, this was a much better match for Russo than all the other matches that he has been getting. Oh, this was awesome, this one was. This was not awesome, but this was really, really worked. Really good, solid working from both people here. And I actually did like this, working between both of them. So obviously Russo dominates most of it like he normally does. Kingston comes back, starts the fights back, gets the one-up on Russo. So he looked like, oh my god, Russo's going to lose, you know? Russo hits some hard moves, of course. Kobe hits some hard moves towards Russo. Of course he hits back. Does that, catch side slam thing. Rusev Crush wins by submission. You know, so what do you think of this? I thought this match was a lot better than the ones he's been previously having with R-Truth and that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was with Kofi Kingston. No,
yeah,
not R-Truth is not R-Truth's bad or anything. It was Kofi's. Because I mean that's the dynamic you usually want to get with a big man, you know, who does squash matches. You want to get someone fast and quick and high flying. So, I mean,
yeah, exactly. I just thought this match was worked a lot better, you know, like, and I feel like him facing mid carders, you know, is just starting to be a lot. Hello? Yeah, starting to be like a lot better. So yeah, so we move on. I'll let you do the next match. So we move on to obviously we see D. Bryan and Brie getting into the car. And before they leave, Stephanie knocks on the window and Brie screams, and she goes, sorry again about heavy hand, and it just makes me feel sorry for hand jobs for Triple H now. She's got this heavy hand. She keeps going on about this heavy hand.
Yeah, she was like, hey, come on, I've got your car, you can leave now. I was like, oh, hang on, no, you can't leave because you've got a match. And,
you've got a match, which she apparently just thought about, you know, and if you leave, you lose the title. Right,
like, oh, fuck off. I thought, like, you know, this whole, as I said, the build-up last month for the world title, it was marred by unfortunate circumstances, and now they're just, now they got a, you know, it's a fresh start, new month, try and build that shit up, and it was just, you know, they're just making it look silly, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that being said, Daniel Bryan goes out for the match, Alberto Del Rio, and it was a bloody good match. Yeah.
Really? I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that good between. I mean, to be fair, I thought it was slow to start out with.
Oh yeah, it picked up as it went along. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like slow play stuff. Starting. Hang on a minute. Okay, cool. So there was a lot of slow play stuff, but he did pick up quite a lot actually. And these two again are good workers. No matter what people think about Alberto Del Rio, he is a good worker. He's always been a good worker. So it picks back up with some back and forth action. De Bryan in control. D. Bryan works on Del Rio's legs, obviously just the head kick. Del Rio works obviously on the arm because he's obviously Del Rio went for the kick, but Bryan ducks it. Then hits him with the yes kicks. Yes. Soon enough, it ends with D. Bryan getting in the yes log and Del Rio tapping out like a little Mexican bitch. This match did have good solid work. So after that, we see Kane's pyro goes off, but no music. So Bryan and Brie run backstage, and there's a car waiting. But of course, the car won't start. So this is obviously what's going to happen here. So I was thinking, oh no, the car won't start. So you lift the lid. Bryan lifts the bonnet. He fixes the car. You know, no experience of car fixing at all. Realistically, Daniel Bryan. He just had a match, and apparently he can still fix a car. You know, without no tools, he can just fix it. Puts down the lid, and then you see a cutscene to Kane in the back with Brie Bella. She screams. You know, Bryan gets Kane out. They go back and forth, and they get on top of the car. Bryan gets in the car, he drives away, Kane falls off the car.
Yeah, I thought, when that happened, I was like, oh, bloody hell. It was like,
I know, he took quite...
well, I don't think there was a crash mat there, but he just went like, oh shit, because when Daniel Bryan stops and gets out, I was thinking, shit, is he thinking, oh shit,
I mean, he hit the floor pretty hard, didn't he? I mean, I don't think there was no crash mat place, so he looked like he generally hit the floor pretty fucking hard, so Daniel Bryan stops to get out, check on Kane, of course, what does Kane do? He sits up. I even see Kane falls off the car, which looks like it hurt. Kane sits up and Bryan drives away, and then Kane basically ends it with him smiling. So again, more good work, still carrying on even from Extreme Rules, more good Kane, Brie Bryan. They're using Brie Bella a lot now with Daniel Bryan.
I must admit, I thought the spot was okay. I saw Mick Foley posted on Facebook, because we're really good mates on Facebook, me and Mick.
Of course.
But he posted like, it's like this whole thing with a car. It's like, creative. This is one of the ideas created. Should have just not used ever. It shouldn't have seen the light of day. And he really hates it. I was like, I watched it and it wasn't bad. except for fucking Brie Bella just doing that annoying. It wasn't like terrified screaming. It was just like 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 a nagging kind of scream.
It was just kind of more like
Like, fair enough, it makes sense. She's screaming when Kane's like in the car with her, and then he's like half a mile away. She's still like It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, shut up.
So when it's like if you're in the hotel, like we were sitting down with a coffee, she's still screaming. It's like, bitch, shut up. And I'm like, So what was going to say? You're gone.
So if anything, that just I wouldn't say ruined it, but it definitely made the segment look crap.
Well, she tried. So what?
Worse, should I say?
Yeah, worse. Or worse. But so what was Mick Foley going on? So was Mick Foley kind of slating the whole car thing and that?
He was saying like, this is the optimal time for Daniel Bryan. This could be the make or break, time for him because, like bigger people, not bigger people, but like other people getting, big pushes like this can be, have been buried, even deeper by like bad angles like this. And it was just like, because Nick's got mad love for Daniel Bryan and shit, so. Just, fair enough. I understand he wants to do well because, because this could be, a lot of people keep speculating online. It's like, could this be Daniel Bryan? Is he just going to have a basic run, and then after that, is he? They're just going to take the title off him, and then that's it. Well, we'll see. Obviously, as I've said, last month, unfortunate circumstances. Let's just see if the booking for him gets better as it goes along. And, pardon me. We'll see it.
I mean, it should do.
I'll keep my trap shut because there's enough internet smacks out there. I don't need to add to it.
No, I mean it's your opinion. That's why we're doing a podcast, is to get your opinion out there. Whether you agree with the people that hate or not, it doesn't matter. It's a good opinion. Thank you for sharing it. Right, so we move on to Big E versus Badges Barrett.
Yep.
And this is obviously the rematch. And you want to talk about this one? This was pretty good. I thought this was pretty good, the rematch. Again, both good working from both men. It was pretty much like their match at Extreme Rules, essentially, so I didn't really write much about it, because it was like Big E has a hard hit into the ring post. It genuinely looked like he crippled his shoulder, to be honest. Because you couldn't tell. Once he hit that ring post, he kind of looked like, you couldn't tell if he was acting that or not. Towards the end, Badges Barrett rates the eyes. Big E turns around, boom, basically, makes the eyes. He's about to go for the big ending. He drops off, ball hammer, boom, retains the title. That's all I can say about that. It was just like their match on Extreme Rules. Now, oh my god, we've got actually a funny thing here where Cole goes on about Mother's Day. Did you see this? This was hilarious.
I saw bits of it.
I was
busy doing something at the time because I thought, alright, here we go, he's selling something. And then I came back and then they edited Mr. T's Hall of Fame speech into some rap mother song.
About his mother into a video. I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, because like WWE have obviously acknowledged, they must have read a lot of the internet, obviously, that Mr. T, all he does is just go on about his mum. He doesn't like go on about anything other than his mum. So yeah. So Cole says Mother's Day. Obviously, this is America, not the UK. I don't think it's UK. I think we've already had. Oh, it might be actually. They have different Mother's Day, don't they, in the UK to the US? I'm sure they do, don't they? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. Have we actually had Mother's Day yet? I think we have, yeah, because we had I think it was in March.
I think we have.
Yeah, because
I know Father's Day's in July.
Yeah, it's Father's Day that's coming up here soon. So.
Oh yeah, sorry, National I'm a Cunt Day. I probably should say. But yeah, so yeah, but sorry, yeah. Don't know my dad, so yeah. But yeah, I think I think it is American. Yeah, so he goes. Well, he just went on about Mother's Day, but I thought we've had it. So, but I mean, so he goes on about that. So they show a video promo of Mr. T. They turned his Hall of Fame speech into a rap music video, which I thought was quite funny. I thought it was quite funny. I quite enjoyed it. So we move on to Zeb and Swagger, and Zeb comes out with a sign saying his deportation list, and he has some names on there, and one of the deportation lists. Are you making me a sandwich?
No, I'm not.
No,
it's impossible to do that. We're on opposite sides of the country at the minute. I cannot make you a sandwich.
Okay, I'm sorry. So he goes on about his deportation list, and of course he has Cesaro and Thingy, and he has Paige and Barrett on there, and I'm thinking, oh my god, he's ripping on the English people now, So he's talking, and we cue some kind of Indian music, or it sounded like some Indian music. Sorry if that's not the right terminology. And obviously, what do we see? Adam Rose. We see he's parts of the posse. We hear the Fiend come out, and the crowd are so fucking dead for Adam Rose. I thought they were so dead. He comes out, he plays it so well. I like Adam Rose. He comes in the ring, basically does his usual shit, basically calls Sarah Lemon. Yeah. They all start dancing around him. He starts dancing too, and they leave the ring after he throws Swagger outside the ring. So I'm assuming this will lead to a match on Monday. So, I mean, the crowd was completely dead during this. They were singing They were singing that for a little bit, and that's good to know. But I just didn't think the crowd were really living it really that much. It's a shame because I like Adam Rose, and he's a good wrestler. And hopefully, when he actually does wrestle, what did you think of it? I bet you hated it, didn't you?
No, I didn't hate it. I thought they could have just done a bit more with it. You know, he just comes in, you're a lemon, dumps Swagger out the ring, and then I thought it was pretty funny. He gets his entourage to like dance around Zeb and shit. And then, Zeb
started dancing though, which was a little bit funny.
As you said, whatchamacallit, crowd just not behind it one iota. Fair enough, you know, could have been a lot worse.
It could have been, but I mean, I didn't really expect him to have a match. I kind of expected him just to make kind of a promo or dance. But yeah, so it was kind of annoying. Oh yeah, sorry. One thing I'm going to say just before we move on, I didn't mean to slag anyone off on the video who is a dad or anything like that. When I said national, it's a cunt day. I have obviously problems with my dad, and obviously I let it come out on this podcast. For that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for people that actually like Father's Day or you are a dad yourself. So I mean, no offence to you or anyone else. So yeah, so just thought I'd just quickly address that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, fucking hell.
Don't explode.
Sorry, I was checking on some water. So it wasn't too bad. Hang on 2 seconds. It wasn't too bad. I'm assuming he will have a match with Swagger next week. So we move on. Oh my god. So I didn't think. I thought Adam Rose was quite good. I enjoyed it. I know most people enjoyed it. It's a shame. I'm hoping the next few weeks where he comes on Raw, it'll be a little bit better, and I honestly hope it will take off. So we move on to the main event. We've got the Wyatt family versus the Shield, the match that everyone likes. And if you excuse me for just 2 seconds. There we go. So this match I felt was probably the weaker of all the matches that they've had, because they've had a few matches. I thought it was good. Of course, it was good. It was typical, awesome stuff, you know. But I said, yeah, this one felt a little toned down compared to the others, and what I mean by that was it was a bit slow. So it was a little bit slow to start. Back and forth again, of course, with some brutal spots from Luke Harper. Seth Rollins again working this just so well with Bray Wyatt. So just a typical 6-man tag match. I can't really say much really about it. Hang on 2 seconds. Just got to silence the birds. Towards the end, we see Roman Reigns comes in to dominate everyone, basically hit Superman punches on everyone. They go to triple powerbomb Bray Wyatt, obviously, but Evolution's music kit, so they come down, you know, they're not really scheduled, so they throw the Shield into Evolution, so now it's a 6-on-1 thingy. Roman Reigns turns around, hits a Superman punch on Triple H. The referee didn't ring the bell at this point. I don't know why, pardon me. I don't know why, but Bray Wyatt stalks him after that. They come back and then basically hit Sister Abigail, Roman Reigns, and then obviously the Wyatt family get the win. And after the match, obviously Evolution, everyone is just beating down the Shield. They just crush them, a few pedigrees, and they copy the Shield's triple powerbomb. Batista does it to Roman Reigns, mocking the Shield, and that's pretty much how Raw ends. And Raw ends obviously with Evolution going over strong, which obviously was good considering that they got the win. Like, touching your Jaffa cakes. So, you know,
How dare you touch my Jaffa cakes, sir? This is a civilized society.
I mean, it was a good end. I mean, it's good to see that most weeks, you know, it's the Shield, and most weeks it's Evolution, you know, it's not just considering that, you know, that Evolution are the returning foes. They are getting what's good for them, you know, considering, you know, that they lost at Extreme Rules, but Evolution got the win, like on Raw. You know, they got the comeback. You know, so it was different. It was a good end. I think, not a bad Raw, but a good end. What about you?
Yeah, I found that the ending because, well, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the times I don't have much to say because I just totally agree with you. So
but, it's all right. It's all right. No,
yeah, it was the match itself was pretty good. It was amazing spot by Seth Rollins. can't remember who was picking him up, but he was in the corner. They try and pick him up or something, and then he does this fucking amazing backflip to his feet, and then just starts wailing on whoever it was that was trying to pick him up. It was just like, I was like, what the fuck? I was literally taken aback. I was like, holy shit.
Holy shit! I mean, yeah, it was good. I mean, if you look at the White Flame and the Shield deeply, you will really see how great workers all of them are. I mean, they all are great. Just look at some of Luke Harper's stuff on SmackDown. He's just so good. I mean, the selling and the moves, and Seth Rollins had a match with Batista on SmackDown, and it wasn't actually too bad realistically. It was kind of like it was quite good considering Seth actually made Batista actually look kind of good for once, So it wasn't a bad Raw. It was quite good. It had some good matches, more building of Kane and Daniel Bryan. No John Cena. We had a good end, obviously, Evolution again, working down the Shield. We said a tweet. We had an Instagram by Triple H, who's now got Instagram, which no one really cares about. I don't have Instagram, so I don't know why he's getting it. But he says, apparently he sends us like a selfie with Sheamus in the background. But he sent out a message, I don't know where he sent it out, saying that the Shield basically their luck is running out, their luck will run out at Payback, and basically on SmackDown you're all going to have singles matches to try and prove yourselves.
Yeah.
So now we move into SmackDown. So let's cue the SmackDown logo. Where is it? There it is. There it is right there. So, So I'm going to basically just review this because you didn't really see any of it. So you didn't read anything about it or anything?
No, because my usual thing is to watch SmackDown on Saturday mornings, so do the thing in the afternoon. I woke up, went downstairs, had 2 slices of pineapple, and came back and started this podcast. I don't know why you need to know I ate 2 slices of pineapple, but I had a few beers last night, and I really wanted something to eat, but I was just so lazy. I just ate pineapples out of a tin. So that story has begun, and now the story is fucking over. So let's crack on with SmackDown.
Yeah,
SmackDown
let's
I've not watched.
Basically, good to know you eat pineapple. So yeah. It's due into that pineapple-related story. So we go into SmackDown. So it wasn't too bad. It was I suppose it was kind of shit this week, and everyone's saying, we'll watch SmackDown anyway. I don't know, why do I watch SmackDown? Maybe because I'm a fan, and maybe because I don't think I'm not going to be one of those fans that just watches Raw every single week. I know SmackDown's not the best. I know it's not the main show, but it's not as bad as people think it is. It really isn't, So it starts out with Sheamus and Dean Ambrose in the US title rematch from Extreme Rules. Match wasn't too bad. Started out pretty slow, typical like headlock takedown work and stuff like that. We missed most of it due to a break, realistically, and of course I don't have the app or the network, so I couldn't watch what happened during it. Dean had a damaged gut. Sheamus comes back again. Dean comes back at him. So it picks up towards. And then Sheamus bro kicks Dean Ambrose out the ring. He gets back in, bro kicks him again, and basically gets the win. Pretty brutal bro kick, to be honest. And so Dean loses his rematch to Billy. So since you're not going to be reviewing SmackDown, we might as well do something else different here. What do you think about Sheamus being United States champion? Then, I mean, what do you truly think? You didn't really say much on it when he won it at Extreme Rules. So what do you think about him being champion?
Well, I stand on the US title, I suppose.
Yeah, I know. Okay, what do you feel about Sheamus holding the belt then? I mean, do you think that's something good for Sheamus, or do you think maybe that...
I've not seen much of Sheamus because he was big when I wasn't watching wrestling, and since I came back, he wasn't there. He was off on injury, so he's come back and he's done some respectable matches and whatnot. I don't know. Like how whether people like him or not. I like him because he's Irish and shit, But and I too am Irish. No, I'm not really, but I'm just one of those assholes who claims to be. Well, if anything, I figure, I said about the US title and whatnot. Well, maybe now that they're giving it to somebody else, maybe they can actually do some shit with it rather than actually make it look a bit more important. Because they give it to Ambrose for a year, and it would have been fine. Him having it for a year if he actually defended it more than once every 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I'm hoping Sheamus will actually better title defence. But yeah, you are right. He didn't exactly defend it a whole lot. I mean, but he couldn't really, could he? I mean, he couldn't realistically because he was doing this thing with a Shield a lot of the time. So he was always putting 6-man tag matches and stuff. So he couldn't defend it realistically. So it was good to have it on the title on him, but in the long run, it wasn't a good idea, you know. So
actually, come to think about it now, I've just realised, apart from the heavyweight title, all the singles belts are held by people from the UK.
Yeah.
Page English, Bad News Barrett English, Sheamus Irish. Yeah. It's like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of all the titles are dropping to kind of UK people, you know. So.
I wonder if they're going to set up some kind of British invasion angle or some shit.
I doubt it. It'd be funny to see, but I doubt it. So, but I mean, it's good to see, people like that caliber getting it. So we move on. We see Big E and RVD versus Bad News Barrett and Cesaro. A short match, considering this could have been a fucking fantastic match. So this was a short match. Just starts out with your normal tag team work, going back and forth stuff. Barrett ends up doing RVD's torn, but RVD spinning kicks him in the face, which is pretty cool. Nice. RVD spin kicks Big E by mistake. Bad News Barrett takes him out the ring, throws him into the ring barrier, and whilst Big E is stunned, Cesaro hits the finisher, and then they get the win. So could have been a good match, but yeah, it started off quite slow. After that, we have a break with an Adam Rose, Bo Dallas promo. We have another break, and then we see Adam Rose promo. It didn't say anything. It was just typical. It was his first one. This is my future ex-girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. I learned a long time ago, if you're going to have a good party, you need to get some little people. Which I think that's kind of, I don't know how to think about that. I'm not sure he's breaking the lines of being offensive by saying that, because he doesn't say the M word. But I mean, I don't know whether. I just feel a bit weird when he said that. So he shows that promo. He doesn't say anything about being on Smackdown next week or Raw. It just has the logo. So I don't know why they're still showing these promos if he came to Raw. Maybe they're trying to boost him up a little bit. So when do you actually think Bo Dallas is going to come to Raw then? When do you actually think he's going to air?
I don't know, but at this point, I don't care anymore. It's just like...
Don't care anymore.
Yeah, if they could just put a date when he's coming, even if it's in a month's time, if you just say right, he's gonna, unless he debuts in the next couple of weeks, I suppose a good way to debut him would be at Payback or something, on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Give him I don't know, a comedy spot or something. I don't know what his character is. You see, I don't watch NXT, but
you should.
I know he's a heel apparently. But is he a comedy character or is he?
No, he's a bit of
just a bit of a up himself kind of asshole.
Yeah, a little. He's a bit of a. He's doing a weird. He does a weird gimmick. He's a bit of a weird guy, to be honest. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to explain. You just need to go back, see if you can just watch some of his matches. If you can do, then you will literally see. So yeah, so you can see. But I mean, it's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, but there you go. So I'm thinking he'll should debate soon, maybe before Payback or after. I don't know. They're dragging it out a little bit, but I'm not really too sure. Again, they need obviously time to fit everyone in and stuff like that. So it's got to all work to schedule. You know what I mean? So it has to has to do that. So yeah, which is obviously good. Which is obviously a good point. One thing to say: where the fuck is the Great Khali nowadays? I mean, is he even still employed? That's a good point.
Last time I saw him was if my memory serves me, was October, and he was being swung by Cesaro. That's the last time I remember. I think he may have had a match too after that, but my memory's shit, so that's literally the last thing I remember. He was just being swung around. Have you ever watched Botchamania?
Yes, love that. I've been watching it since the start.
There was about a year or two ago, I just basically watched 200 of them, in the space of a week. It was just so bloody addictive watching them. Oh yeah, they put that Cesaro swing of Great Khali, swinging it around with Darth Vader, from Revenge of the Sith, and it's fucking hilarious. So basically, that's probably why it's stuck in my memory since. That's the last thing. He must have been at something else after that, but unfortunately that's as good as my memory gets.
Oh, just think of that. No. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is funny, man. That's funny. Sorry, that's
I'd link you to it, but I can't remember which number it is because there's 251 of them now. You know.
I know. Kind of. They went so over with that. I mean, he's so famous now, isn't he? Like for doing those, you know. He's had so many problems. He had to make like fucking 8 YouTube accounts just to get them all on. All of them keep getting banned, and he's on the he has his own like website and like sort of stuff. So it's just weird, yeah. So
Really.
give this podcast a like if you watch Botchamania or you've been watching Botchamania for a while, because it is actually fucking really good. So we move on, of course, to the typical match. We see Fandango and Layla versus Santina, Morel and Emma. And this is the first time we've seen Fandango in a while, because obviously he got powerbombed off the stage by the Shield a couple of weeks back, which I actually forgot. I forgot about that.
I hate to critic this. He was in the Battle Royale on Raw at the beginning of the week.
Was he? Oh, was he?
Yeah.
He was in the Battle Royale on Raw? Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember why exactly. Oh yeah, I think Ambrose eliminates him. He's trying to eliminate Kofi Kingston, and we assume there's going to be some Kofi Kingston elimination kind of spot as per usual. This kind of one, but not fantastic. And then Kofi's hanging on, then Ambrose just dumps Fandango out the ring off camera, and then he just knocks out Kofi.
Yeah, so. He probably was. Yeah, he probably was on there, but the commentators mentioned him. We haven't seen him in a while, so he probably was in the Battle Royal. But I mean, he did get powerbombed off the stage by the Shield, so he hasn't been on Raw. So pretty much what happens, they wrestle, Lady gets the win with a roll-up. There you go, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah. And at the end, they got Fandango and Lady kiss on the stage. That's the end, so it was a bit of a weird one. So advertised to see Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry. Of course, this is your typical match what it was going to be. It started out exactly what I thought it was going to be. Mark Henry dominated most of the match, making it seem like, where's everyone now, huh? Roman Reigns comes back, Superman punch, spear over. So that was your typical match, realistically. Making it seem like Roman Reigns had a hard opponent and he couldn't win, and obviously he could win in like 3 moves. So there we go. So we see Los Matadores and the Ball, Authority versus Fiend Hornswoggle. Typical back and forth action between these two, and then just basically ends. With Authority pinning Heath Slater. Again, I'm not going to go over that because a lot of Smackdown was really quite dull this week. Raw recap is showing the Bryan and Kane what happened on Raw. And we see Seth Rollins versus Batista. Now, ironically, this wasn't too bad. This was actually pretty good, if I'm being honest. There was some good solid working between both people, considering Batista. And Seth Rollins, again, is just an amazing worker. He's just an amazing worker, and he was making Batista, I think anyone may or may not agree with me, he was actually making Batista look quite good. It was typical back and forth stuff. Batista was in control. Seth comes back. Batista goes. Seth comes back. Towards the end of the match, Seth goes for the jump on Batista off the top rope outside the ring, but Batista grabs him and slams Seth's face straight into the table. And it's really if you can find this on YouTube, go back and actually have a look, because that slam into the table looked like it really hurt. So Batista gets in the ring, and obviously Seth Rollins gets counted out because he can't get back in. After the match, Batista goes and grabs him, and Batista bombs him and then just taunts on the stage. So sending Seth a message. Good match and a good end. I kind of like that match. So it's been leading up. Oh, sorry, let me breathe. I'm now breathing. Do you remember the first time when the Shield actually debated? I don't think you were watching WWE at that point,
no,
but I mean,
I know when it was. I've seen a clip. It was Survivor Series 2012, I believe.
It was a match in CM Punk and Ryback, and they basically jumped Ryback and then powerbombed him through the table, and everyone was going marked out because Dean Ambrose was finally getting used. And at the first time when I first saw the Shield, I mean, I thought, oh really? They've now got this new team coming in, because at the moment I was destined on Punk versus Ryback, being good, but the match kept being interrupted. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, now they've got a team. And I look at them now, it's just it's just so good, man. It's just so good. It's just, they just did it so well, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, well, when they debuted, according to that clip I saw, they didn't even have the costumes on, did they? They just had black shirts and just black
sweaters and that, they wasn't wearing all the riot gear and stuff like that, so they wasn't wearing that.
They developed that later on and shit.
Yeah, and then exactly. It was good. I mean, they did work the shoe in well, considering what they are now, so it was good. It was honestly quite good, but at the time I didn't really like it. So we see the main event. We see John Cena and the ooh. When I see ooh, you say oh, ooh. Okay. Oh, whatever.
Sorry.
I'm
still trying to process. Was it John Cena versus the Usos? Did you say?
No, John Cena and the Usos versus the Wyatt family. This was a no, yeah, I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? This was a fantastic match. Again, loads of fucking, I think my mic's going funny there a bit. Loads of back and forth action. Harper taking control for most of it and doing these really good, like, dominating, like, kind of spots. Eric Rowan comes in. We didn't see Cena and Bray Wyatt kind of go at it. They were left outside the ring. Basically, the Usos and the other Wyatts basically fighting. Great solid work. It was this point when I was watching this match, I thought, when you look at the Wyatt family, you know, like, just really how talented they all are, because I mean Luke Harper was in Ring of Honor like years ago. Eric Rowan I think was on NXT. He hasn't been around for that long, but they're just so good. So Cena doesn't really get tagged in, neither does Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt does come in, so Cena and Bray Wyatt have a fight outside the ring. Eric Rowan comes in. Usos basically jump on him. They all get taken out. It's just Luke Harper and Uso in the ring. He's running off the ropes. Luke Harper does a spinning clothesline. Bang! Takes the fucking Uso's head off. What a clothesline, and they get the win. And there was also a promo there, and I didn't write down before this. They did a promo about fire and saying it burns. And he goes, John Cena, if you want to mess with the fire, then you're going to get burned as well. And it just does a close up of like Luke Harper's face, and he just says something like, "You're going to burn," or something like that, you know. So, it's just. Wyatt family really have got to be one of the best heel teams, one of the best teams we've had in a long fucking time. So yeah, so it ends up basically with the Wyatt family winning, and then that was it. And then the Usos and John Cena are like, oh my god, did they just win? Did I just lose to the Wyatt family? Am I not Super Cena anymore? This is the guy who beat the Great Khali and Randy Orton and Triple H all in one match. You know, this is the guy who won the Elimination Chamber. You know, I'm Super Cena. You know, yeah, you just lost. So that was Smackdown. Smackdown was a very, very, very shit start, but it picked up towards the end. If you do have a chance to watch it, if you do, not that you're going to watch it, but if you do have a chance to watch it...
I'll certainly try to. You've definitely made it sound pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright. If you're going to watch it, definitely probably watch it towards the end, I'd say, because, I mean, anything after the Fandango match was probably better, so it wasn't too bad. Starting out crap, but it was okay. So yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. We'll have to call it there, you know, because we're coming to the end, and that was our review. Please again, you know, fucking do whatever to that like button if you can, if you enjoy listening to us talk about our opinions. If you like to see Moles, if you like Raw, even if you watch SmackDown, please just comment if you like SmackDown, if you watch SmackDown, because not a lot of people do want to watch SmackDown. I want to see people who watch SmackDown more, you know, not a lot of people watch it. So, not a bad week for WWE, not a bad week. One thing, we did see the Payback promo actually showed. I'm going to link you this after we stop the podcast. All it was is Triple H sits down and goes, you know, I try and do what's best for business, and takes off his jacket, does his cuff things over and says, you know, but when people get in the way, you know, and stuff, I have to do things, you know, I have to do things like that make me go, payback, and he flips the table and it ends. You know, so that's really it. Apparently the posters, payback with Triple H holding the sledgehammer, like, looking like really odd, but it is going to be on Sky Sports 1 in the United Kingdom. So that's good. That's good news for me.
I've seen that. I've seen that poster. It's already been shopped to him holding a shovel.
Yeah, I thought it would be. You know, they had a meme, didn't they, on the thing when Triple H had the shovel at Extreme Rules when Kane D. Bryan's got it at Extreme Rules, and Triple H goes, thank you for the shovel. So it was good. So we see the Payback trailer. Payback on June 1st, 2014. We're going to be reviewing that as well. It should be good. It should be some sort of other Evolution match, and it's. Sorry, I think I moved myself there. Yeah, so. Thank you all. We love all your faces for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us. If you manage to sit through well, maybe not like that, you know. I mean, you got a missus, I got a missus, you know. We don't go that way, man. You know, we're not whores.
No, I don't go that way anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, pardon me. Now I'm getting the coughs. So as you said, thank you very much for listening. Be sure to comment, subscribe, and also. Because I'll be uploading this to my channel, and Raven will be uploading to his, so give us both some love, as he said.
Yeah. Please do, because please do. Like, we get nervous, doing these. We both like wrestling. We love wrestling. We like to talk about it. So if you sat through it and listened to us opinion, please, I've got Twitter as well. You can get me on there. I've got Facebook, but I don't really give that out. I'm sure you're on Twitter, aren't you? Or do you don't like Twitter, do you?
I have it for the purposes of promoting the videos and whatnot. I don't really use it that much for...
okay, well, we'll put our Twitters down below, if you want to grab us on there, or if I can find... I made an account for mine, but yeah, you can do it or inbox us, but we're just two guys that love wrestling, and we want to talk about it, we just sit here, we appreciate all you guys, or anyone that listens to this at all. If you sat through the whole hour of any of these videos, if you've really listened from start to beginning, whether you agreed, even if you disagreed, I saw like the first video has some dislikes on it. That's fair enough. That's your opinion. But if they sat through it, we still respect them and we still appreciate all of you. So thank you for coming to episode. Is it 4 or 5?
I believe it's 5, sir.
Are you sure? 5. Episode 5. 5, sir. Sir. Sir me now,
yes.
Sir. You sir with me. So have a good time, whatever you're doing tonight. It's actually my birthday tomorrow on the 11th of May. This won't go up before then, it'll go up much later, so I'm going to enjoy my birthday tomorrow. So so Mr. Pete, we will see, well, I'm not talking to you now, I'm talking to them. We will see you guys next week for Raw and Smackdown, and in 3 weeks time we'll see you for Payback. So
and just where you go, happy birthday for tomorrow, sir.
Thank you very much. We'll see you then. See you guys.
That was WrestleCast. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.